Okay, so now we're going to move on with the build. And if you guys are curious on what came in shipment number 22, then I did a special video in the unboxing, and it shows you everything that is included in this shipment. So what we got to do now is we're going to go right directly to the build. So let's get all this out of the way. And we're going to start with issue number 83, or stage 83. All right, let's go right to the build section. Here it is. Okay, stage 83 assembly. Let's get things out. Pretty basic in this section. This is 83. Alright. We got some screws and we got the frame. Okay, what do we need to do first? We're going to take the lights and we need to open up the leads. So we make a flat section on the LEDs. But be careful not to bend it too much. I found that out in the last section, the last video. So we're going to do that for both of them. And it looks like those are going to go right into the frame, because that's going to go into the section we already worked on. Now retrieve the main saucer build and fit the first deck panel 83D onto the lower skeleton as shown. Use one LED bracket and one AM screw. Finally, plug the deck panel light into the B socket. This is going to go right there. So that's good. So now we're going to take the bracket, and the way it's going to go on is going to go on just like this. Or we're actually going to, where we got to plug it into, we actually have to plug it into the second PCB board into a there we are. Socket. Let's see if that works. I keep misplacing the switch. There. That's the one we just put in. So hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, that's good. Let's see, after all that, let's see, I think we have to do it again. Although this time we're going to take the skeleton and we're going to fit the other deck panel in, and we got to put the other LED in the way it is. Like so. We're going to take the other light and we got to fit it right in. We're going to do the same thing over here. We got to put it into the let's see, where do they have the light? So we got to take the other bracket with another. Let's see, that's going to be a AM screw. Now hopefully this is going to keep the bulb in place. And I got to make sure that it's not going to be crimped by the we got to make sure that the wire isn't over the frame, because then it'll just be destroyed. Okay, so I think that's all set. Locate the formation LED on the main saucer assembly and tuck it under the edge. So evidently there's a light from a previous build. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see it right over there. So you got to make sure that this bulb is not going to be crushed by the frame. All right, now we take the frame and take the lower skeleton on the assembly, sliding it to the bottom corner. Lower skeleton over the formation light. Take care not to trap this or any other cables. Okay, so we got to take this and we're actually going to put it this is okay. This is what's throwing me off. We haven't put this in yet. That was from the last shipment. Okay, and let's put the light through, and we got to put this underneath. All right, we got all the screws in. All right, see that section? Okay, now what are we gonna do with the light? We got to put it into the B socket as well. Thread the panel fitted in step B. Put it through 83D through the skeleton as shown and plug it into a B socket on the PCB board 2. So it's gonna go. All right. What's next? All right, let's see if this works. We got the switch. And I don't even remember where the the ones that we needed to move. Oh, here it is. Okay, so that's gonna go, and that's gonna be a flashing light. And the light is working, the one that we just put in as well. I don't want this one to mess us up because this one is loose, so I don't know where that one's going to end up going, but the light that we just put on is right behind the phaser arrays, and you can see the flashing bulb. All right, first thing we got to do is we're going to be putting some windows in to the piece of the primary hull. So let's put all this stuff aside first. So I like to follow the pattern because that's the way she looked when she was on screen. So you can see for the clear, let's do the dark room lights first. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3 in the first row, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to need 10. Okay, so there's exactly 10 on the tree. So let's get... All right. And these windows have a tendency to just really jump around. So let's start on the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're gonna need 13. Hopefully you can see them. All right, what do we got to do now? Now we have to put the bulbs in. So there are two pieces we need to put bulbs in. We got this section. These need to go on top of the windows. We need to put this section of the backing onto the windows. And we have to do it so that the windows do not pop out. It might not be that bad this time. Okay. And the BP screws. So I'm going to put them in loosely right now, and I'll tighten them up when all the panels are in place. Alright, we got to do the same thing. We got to line them up like that. Alright, and if we did it right, all the windows will light up and they'll be in position. Okay, what do we need to do next? That's done. Now we take the main saucer assembly and thread the deck panel lights through the skeletal structure, then plug them into socket A. So PCB 3 is right here, and we're going to put this into the first row. So they're going to go in through the middle. Right in through here. So there's two that need to go. They're going to go right in this section, right here. Okay, so I must apologize because my camera actually died and I didn't realize the battery had died. What we were doing is we had put the panel in and we were getting it ready to put it into place. The part we had done from the previous build, we had to connect the two pieces and then screw it into the frame. So that's what I did. And you can see they're supposed to light up. They're lighting up a little bit, not as much as these though, but and you can see it's all set. So that's all set to move on to the next section, and we're going to need the secondary hull. Okay, so you remember this section. We had put the lights in last time, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the window sections in like that. And now we have the backing. We're going to take the lights, and this is I think 84G. Let's see, they're going to go in both of these. Okay. So they're going to go into these little slots. Okay, and this is going to go into place right on here. We're going to make sure we don't disturb this. This is going to go like this, and this is going to be held together with the BP screws. It's going to go just like that. There we are. Okay, so looks like we're ready to move on. And that we're ready to move on to stage 85. All right, here's stage 85. And we have the section of the saucer section, and This is metal. We're gonna put some escape pods in. Okay, so we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna need 10, and we got exactly 10. So let's get these off the tree. Now we're going to put the backing onto place, and we're going to use the AM screws. And this is going to go just like this, and we're going to keep everything in position. We're going to need 2 of the AM screws. There we are. And the last one, we're going to use the dummy escape pod to cover the screw. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to put the outer part of the hull on. And the IM screws have the, they got the flange on the, around the screw head. Yeah. Alright, looks like we're going to do now is we're going to put it into the saucer section. And this is going to go on the outer part, right there. That. All right. Hopefully you guys can see the outer section of the hull. And what we got to do now is we have to put, where is it? Here it is. We got to put the escape pod on to cover the screw hole. Just gonna go like that. There. Okay, is that everything with the saucer section for now? Okay, let's move on. And let's see. We got the windows, so let's put the windows in on the other side. Fits in nice. And we got 86. Let's get all the pieces out. All right, we're going to do the same thing. So this section is going to go on the side of the one we just did. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have 8. So we got exactly 8. So let's do the escape pods first. All right, like that. And we're going to take the cover, and like we did with the last one, this is going to keep everything in place, and we're going to need AM screws. So we're going to need 2 of those. Here we are, and now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put the outer part. Here we are. Okay, this is going to go right over here. Almost identical to what we just did with the other piece. Here we are. All right, and now we're gonna put the cover on for the screw. But that's looking pretty good. What else we got to do? Okay, so we have the piece that's going to go in 86. Okay, so let me give you guys an update. When it comes to the instructions, let me show you this real quick. We had to put this section in. Okay, no big deal. And then we put the screw cover on. Then we have to go over here and we have to put 86F in. Now what 86F is, it's one of the beacons. And it's the green beacon. And what we have to do is put it in between the panels. So it would have been so much easier to do this before screwing this in. So I had to unscrew this section again, take it out, take off the screw panel, and then put this in. And what I did was I put a drop of glue on the bulb just to keep it in place. Hopefully you can see the way it's going to look. And don't worry about that section, it'll come together once the edge is on. But it would have been so much simpler to do this before putting the panel on. That would be this section. We put the windows in, and now we have to put the reflective backing on. Just like that. And I think we have to put lights in as well. Yes, we do. So where are the, here they are. We've got a section of lights that are going to go in. So we're going to do the same thing. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to hold these in place with the BP screws, and we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to need 6 of them. There. Retrieve your battle section upper bracket, last used in stage 79, and unscrew the 4 FM screws that secure the battle section PCB. Okay, so we got to take the screws out. Put these aside because I'm sure we're going to put them back in. So those are the FM screws. Okay, we got that off. Now, retrieve the nacelle pylon assembly, last used in stage 74. Position the battle section upper bracket on the battle section rear, 70E, threading both sets of battle section rear lights and navigation lights through the skeleton as shown. Then secure the assemblies to the with 2 DP screws. So we've got these 2. And they're going to be coming up through here. Yeah, they'll all be coming up through that one. So the one's on this side. This is going to be DP screws that are going to hold the frame together. So we get a couple of the DP screws. Here we are. Okay, so what's next? Oh, looks like we have to put this section and run the wires in through and bring them up through the skeleton. Alright, so see how we got the wires passing through now? Let's just get this into position and line it up. And make sure that no wires are trapped in between the frame and the ship. And these are going to be held in place with CP screws and DP screws. I'm going to put them in loosely right now. And later on, we'll go around and we'll tighten them all up. And this is dangerous because this is going into plastic. So it'll be very easy to strip these screws. Alright, 4 the CP, and now we got 4 of the DP screws. And they're gonna go in there and right in the corners. So let's get the DP. Alright. So I think we're gonna snug them all up just a bit. So, and again, we can't over tighten these. There. So you can see how it's looking on the top. All right, what are we going to do now? We're going to put the FM screws back in place. And we got to get that circuit board back secured. And that's going to go just like, I believe, like that. There we are. So now what we need to do is we got to put the, we're going to put all the leads onto the PCB board. Okay, so this one, okay, so this is what I have so far. If you guys can see that. And I do believe I have them all plugged in. So we got the bottom, we got the PCB board in, and this is where the dorsal hull is going to sit. Now let's see what else is next. So we did all that. It says 86 is now complete. So that was shipment number 22. And this was a lot. We got a lot done on a primary hull, and we got a lot done on a secondary hull. So this is actually going to go like this. And we've got the battle section. We put the battery compartment on. And it's going to go on like this. I just wish there was a way to light up the bottom, but I don't have any. There's no way to light up the bottom right now. Let me show you guys. See, this is a little clunky on how it's going to go back. So we're going to put one of the nacelles on, and that clicks right into place. And with the battle bridge, it's looking pretty cool. Check it out. Nice. And I was really hoping to test out the secondary hull. That would have been friggin' really fun. But as you see it right now, we have the battle section, the battle bridge section, we got the dorsal hull, and we have the pylon. You can see the impulse engines in the back and going back. So maybe in the next shipment, we'll be building the bottom and we can actually put the deflector dish in. So my friends, I thank you for watching, and I hope you're having as much fun with this build as I am. And until my next video, I'll talk to you soon.